It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the 49ers and the G-Men on Monday night.
Well, the Giants began play all the way back in 1925. And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Ewert for this game. And Brock, as a former quarterback, I know your focus is on the offensive side of the ball ahead of this kickoff.
Yeah, these two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league, Kate, they're about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback, and then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from MetLife. Gray now on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They'll be led out by this promising young signal caller, already a starter in his first season out of Ole Miss.
Kate, when I watch these rookie quarterbacks running out to open a game, I think of the old World Series great pitcher Cliff Lee. And he made a one-handed play in the World Series and was asked about it afterwards. They said, man, how do you have so much poise? You didn't even look nervous on that stage. And he said, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. You got to tell yourself you'll be just fine. And these rookie QBs, that's part of the learning curve they're climbing.
Throwing to start this game. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They send a receiver in motion right. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. To the air now on 1st and 10. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting to completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Looking for a throw here. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this angles out and hits the sideline. That's a good punt there. They're pinned at their own 8. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminding yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
Running back sent in motion. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds just short of the 15.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a 49er first down.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Purdy throwing here on 1st. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by Paulson Adebo.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
They kick the running back in motion. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he crosses the sideline a yard or 2 beyond, it looks like the 30. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. Running back sent in motion. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Micah McFadden able to make the play. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, will largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and long, Purdy. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
So 4th down, and out heads the steady leg of Thomas Morstead to punt. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Neighbors with a catch. And he's touched down about 5 yards shy of that 1st down marker.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. He's going to throw this one. He's on the move. And they get to him again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
To get home and hit and impact the quarterback at this level, well, typically you got to do what this defense is doing, and that's keeping an offense off balance. Change up your looks, rotate your personnel, throw in some wrinkles, and once again, go hit that quarterback.
The Giants are set to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he gets it away from his end zone. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a good return as he gets him up across midfield and into enemy territory. This one returned for 11 yards. And the 49ers are set up quite well for their next possession. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun is Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's taken down at the 30. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They've got a 1st to begin the frame. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And that gives them 1st and goal.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a 1st down.
From the red zone now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. It'll be a gain of only 1 on second, so that brings up 3rd and goal from the 2. McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only 1 yard there, back-to-back stops, and decision time now on 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. First down, didn't score. Second down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Purdy looking to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Here's Tracy once more. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
To throw here on 1st down. He completes it in traffic. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Brought down by Fred Warner.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. So now here's 3rd and 5. Robinson in motion right. 3rd down from the gun. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Slot man motioned over. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
Offense to the line for second down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Calling about 70 yards on that run. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A pickup there of 33 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 23. Connects with Slayton. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Giants with 10 to go still on 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he locates Jaxson. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Now looking to throw. The throw is caught. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Gano ready to send this away. Return starts at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And he sure has proven to be a handful for him, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Drew Phillips making the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. To throw again, it's Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
1st down throw by Purdy. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Purdy on 1st down. He sends this one to the end zone. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take the lead just before halftime. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants getting one more series here before the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They've got 1st down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Giants using their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll look to throw. And that one's going to fall incomplete. No luck there. Just 11 seconds remaining. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So now they have 3rd and short.
I think we're seeing why this defense likes him in coverage. He reacts so well to throws and is even more adept in breaking up those passes.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. So that's halftime here in this one. The 49ers on the road, but currently with the lead. Now down the coast we go to Orlando, Florida, in our studio there. Jonathan Coachman waiting by with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. These two teams heading out of the tunnel. We're ready to get back to it. For the call of the second half, here is the great Kate T. Scott. Kate?
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Gano ready to send this away. Has this at the 6. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers offense ready to get to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the 2nd half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every 1st down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
Looking to throw, Purdy. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Running back sent in motion. From the 35 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 41. They'll start the 2nd half with McCaffrey. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Play action now with Purdy. Taking a deep shot here. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Ayuk put in motion left. On 3rd down, Purdy. Cut by Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here's 2nd and 7. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. From the gun is Purdy. He has the first over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. McCaffrey will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Buys time, rolling right. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down, and that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers drive their lead to 11. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. They're out and set. 1st and 10. A handoff to Tracy. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 28. He finds Jaxson. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Running this with Tracy, and he'll get them enough for a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Second down now, 7 to go. They go right back to Tracy. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Throwing on 3rd down. Has his man, it's Tracy. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him from the 46. It's Tracy on the carry. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's able to get this down to the 36. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down, ball at the 36. They'll try and throw it here. He's on the move. He has all, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. All right, here we go. Second down. Trying again, following the sack. A throw left side finds Jaxson. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They'll go left side with Tracy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. He's got Bellinger. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Throwing on 3rd and long. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
On 4th down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. A 49-yarder in front of him here. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. And this is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Returnable from the 2. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 3 now. From the 29. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We get so stuck, Kate, on decision-making being the ball in the hands and where's he throwing it. The ball in the hands in the passing game, and what kind of decision is he going to make? When in reality, in this game, in the 4th quarter, decision-making's also knowing when to salvage a play. Salvage that real estate that's so important to try to play a little add-on and make this a 2-score game. That sack, that's not going to help in that decision at all.
And the Giants going nickel. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. This is away, and once again, he's caught all of it. And he's just going to fair catch this one. That's brought in at the 39-yard line. No returns football. Now here comes the New York offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. Connects with Slayton. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Giants will have a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They go play action on first. Flushed out of the pocket. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
What an excellent job there by the defense. Once he gets out on the move, to be able to corral and contain him and not give up any yards. So often a unit can't keep that contained, and a play like that will go for a big gain.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Gets this to Jaxson. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Gets this to Slayton. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Second and 3 now. Coming left is Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
How many times we see these coaches after games sit there at the press conference, they pull out the stat sheet, and when they do, they look for some anomalies. And today, well, this head coach is going to be very proud of a defensive effort getting after the quarterback 6 different times. 6 sacks, and they've had a heyday in the backfield.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Receiver in motion, headed right. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Dumped off to his running back.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw it. Connects with Jaxson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants trail by 8. They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
So the incompletion on 1st, here's 2nd and goal. Here's an option play right side. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Motioning him from the slot right. Here he is to throw. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. They kick the running back in motion. Desperation time here on 4th. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Now out comes the San Francisco offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Five men in the secondary for the G-men now ahead of 3rd down. Looking to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, Every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the 49ers as we say so long from New York.